This is the final word for Wisdom.com, fueled by Kookaburra Cricket. Adam Collins here, and I'm thrilled to have Surrey champion coach Michael Di Venuto with me here at the Oval last year, holding up that trophy. Surrey, the first time they won the top flight since 2002. Give us a sense of what it meant here at this club.
Yeah, it was huge. First time for 16 years. So for a club this size, it's been a while since the glory days of the early 2000s. So to achieve that was obviously a lot of hard work's gone into it over the last few years to turn the club around. But an outstanding achievement last year.
So much talked about with Surrey. You're the club that everyone wants to know about. Such a deep bank of players, successful internationals, a lot of junior players coming through as well. How does the challenge change trying to back it up and going 2 for 2?
Doesn't really change too much for me. I guess my motto and what we work towards here is every time we walk through the gates, it's about getting better and it's about improving as individuals and as a team as well. So for me, I'm looking for individual improvement in all my players and us as a team to get better and better. So, whether that's when they come to training, whether that's their skills mentally, physically in the gym, every day we're looking to get better.
Everyone wants to talk about Will Jacks, that 100 in the T10 last week in Dubai, but more generally, he's emblematic of this younger generation coming through. He could be the next man on the production line for England.
Fantastic young talent, there's no doubt about that, and improved so much in the last year to the player that we first had going out to Dubai last year to what we saw this year. His development is exceptional. So spent some time with the England Lions and a bit of grade cricket in Perth this year, so he's just getting better and better and learning his game more and more every day. So, exciting young talent.
To people who haven't seen Will bat before, what sort of cricketer he is, who could you compare him to in terms of those who are currently international players?
I guess as a cricketer, he says, Kevin Peterson, he used to really admire and love playing. I love to watch playing. Jason Roy as well. So there's certainly a combination of those two. He's quite tall. He's got long levers. A little bit Peterson-like there. But his ball striking, is of that sort of elite sort of level. So he's still got a lot to learn about playing cricket and the game of cricket, but his talent and skill is certainly there.
You mentioned Jason Roy. He's been a big talking point in this off-season as well, on the basis that he might be on the cusp of that England Test squad. As someone who played a lot of white ball cricket for Australia but never sort of made it through to play Test cricket, he's been kind of pigeonholed as a white ball player before. Do you think this is the perfect opportunity for him to graduate to red ball status for England too?
Well, I think if he has a really good World Cup, then they'd be mad not to pick him. If he's up and about and playing well, there's certainly spots there in the top order up for grabs. So he's unlikely to have any sort of red ball cricket before a potential Ashes Test or the Island Test before that. But skill-wise, talent-wise, he's one of the most talented players that I've certainly worked with. So he could certainly do that.
So he's out injured for the start of your campaign, which begins at Essex in a couple of weeks against Alistair Cook. Essex, of course, an old rival of Surrey too. That's a tasty first up contest. The champions versus Cook, who has retired, but of course Essex won the comp a couple of years ago. Yeah,
absolutely. And I guess last year they're still a very, very good side. Don't worry about that. Essex and last year they struggled for runs a little bit. So certainly the addition of Cook is going to see them right up there in the mix again.
So Ollie Pope was in the runs last week. Ben Foakes is the other man who played for England last year, player of the series on his first tour. How disappointed were you as coach and as a club when he was jettisoned so quickly on that tour of the West Indies? Yeah,
look, it was a shame, especially when he came in and did so well. But I guess that's just the strength of English cricket at the moment, especially in that middle order to lower order, wicket keepers as well. How you fit them all in, it's a bit of a battle. So folks, he's, taking it on the chin. He's still working really hard. He's a fantastic keeper, but he's also a fantastic batter as well. So, a good start to the summer runs-wise. He could force his way in as a batter.
You spent so much time with that Australian squad over the years, both in a playing and coaching capacity. The World Cup, they've hit form at the right time, and they can add a couple of blokes called Smith and Warner to the ranks there. They're in very tidy nick.
Yeah, handy couple of additions coming into a side that's playing really well. They've gone from strength to strength in their recent 2 tours in the subcontinent, so and beating 2 very, very good sides. Australia always tend to peak at the right times coming into a World Cup, and winning World Cups is sort of what Australia do. So there's certainly going to be a dangerous side in that World Cup. England have to be favourites, I would have thought, given the way and the style and the brand of one-day cricket that they play, especially at home. It'll be a lot of pressure. It's tough for a home team to win a World Cup. There's no doubt about that, with the expectation and the pressure that goes with it. But they've been playing some magnificent white ball cricket, so along with a number of teams, geez, everyone would rate their chances at the moment.
Is there anything you can put your finger at rather in the Australian side? I mean, the leadership of Aaron Finch, you spent so much time with him here at this club and in Australian ranks as well. Is it Finch's leadership? Is there something else you've seen from afar that stands out, which has made this huge shift between relative easy beats in one-day cricket to almost unbeatable in the last 3 weeks?
I think the side's been really settled in the last couple of series. And I guess it's taken time. Take the two superstars out, it's taken time for Australia to find that right mix. I think without Warner and Smith, they've played a few players in different positions, shuffled it around a little bit, but in the last couple of series in particular, even back in Australia, they tend to settle on an 11 pretty much, and and players have come into form as well. Obviously Finchy playing so well with Uzi at the top has certainly got the team off to a terrific start more often than not. And when your openers are doing that, or your top orders are scoring a lot of runs, it makes it easier for the likes of Glenn Maxwell and guys like that to come in and just take the game on. And the way Maxi's played in the last few weeks is like the form he showed in the 2015 World Cup. So, and there is the player that can win you a World Cup. Yeah. So great to see him in touch as well.
Would you pick for the Ashes?
He's certainly got to be in the mix, doesn't he? I would have thought he might have played some Test cricket throughout the summer just gone, or even the UAE tour at the end of last year. But for whatever the case, he hasn't had that opportunity. But talent, skill-wise, he's up there with the best going around. So whether he makes that 17 or not for the Ashes, who knows?
It's going to be a massive year, 2019 here in England. Thanks to Michael Di Venuto, the coach of Surrey, for joining The Final Word. Follow all the summer on wisden.com.
I love bowling for pink ball. Obviously you got the theatre of a day-night test match, especially down in Adelaide. It's been incredible. But for me, the pink ball, I've get a lot of assistance off the wicket down in Adelaide. So I've had a bit of success with the pink ball. And a few different cross seams and just getting a great feel out of the hand bowling with the pink ball. So yeah, I really enjoy the day-night test matches.